I am really excited to be bringing you guys this interview today with Justin Stoddard of Old Republic Title. He gave us some real, just morsels of information in this interview today. So watch it, absorb it, leave some comments, and we will see you at the end. What's up, all my real estate and mortgage heroes out there? Cody Martens here with Top Left Creative, and today we are talking to Justin Stoddard with Old Republic Title. Hey Justin, say hi to the kids at home.
What's up, kids at home?
Justin has a really unique perspective because he talks to a lot of really high-performing agents here in the Portland area. So I wanted him to come on and give us, his take on what he sees other agents doing, high-performing agents that are being really successful, what things are working with them. So take it away.
Roll, buddy, roll. Agents that are really killing it in the marketing space are just marketing. It's like they're just doing it, right? And I think agents that are struggling are caught in the I will as soon as I get this, or as soon as I figure out what to say, or as soon as I get a better camera, better mic, better this, better that. All of us have 24 hours in a day, and if you've been saying that to yourself for longer than about a month, it's simply a problem of realizing what's at stake if you don't get that stuff together. Because the reality is that the economy and the changing market's not gonna wait for you forever. The time hasn't passed yet, but it's getting really close to where it's almost gonna be too late for somebody to really start to market in today's mediums. Those agents that are doing it really well are just doing it. You used to have to, in order to really market to a large audience, you had to have a large budget to go with it.
Yeah.
Now you just need to have a large little bit of courage for like 10 seconds to push the live button and just start talking, right?
Yeah.
I have some clients who actually, I'll watch their videos and they're not great. They're not high production quality videos. They're getting people coming to them on a very consistent basis saying your marketing is better than anything I've ever seen.
Because it's real.
It's
right?
real, right? And they're actually seeing it. If you do it once a month, the reality is you aren't doing it frequently enough for you to get any better at it. And number two, you're not doing it with any sort of frequency that Facebook or Instagram is gonna give you an audience, right?
Yeah. They reward those who are consistent.
Absolutely. They totally reward frequency, and consistency matters. One of my mentors told me, he said, the first 100 videos aren't for your audience, they're for you. And if you can get your head around that,
that
be like,
is so true.
Not that many people are gonna see the first ones anyway. And my live videos, still to this day, sometimes they suck. I did one yesterday that was really cool, but sometimes they're like, that was pretty lame, And I've just gotten over the fact that of being a perfectionist, and the top realtors are the same way. They just realize that I can't afford to have someone on staff producing $10,000 videos. You don't need to do that to win. You just need to get out there and be present and start doing it. And in process, you'll get a bigger audience and you'll get better at it,
The barriers to entry that used to be there are non-existent now. Mm-hmm. Most of the barriers to entries lie up here at this point in time.
So well said, Cody.
You talked a little bit about, the consistency is kind of how they're winning, but from a practical standpoint, what things are they doing consistently that is actually working for them to help get them more business?
A lot of people get caught up in the kind of the shiny object syndrome. What ones are doing really well is that they're not stopping doing the things that have got them to where they're at. The phone calls, the personal notes, the getting the face-to-face, the coffee meetings, or stopping by people's houses, the client events. You don't put all those things away to start doing social media. You simply keep doing those things, but then you document those things with social media so that now you just have a larger audience, So it's the fundamentals, but it's the fundamentals amplified through social media.
Doing those things that you're already doing makes social media so much easier. I tell clients all the time when they say, I don't know what to say or I don't know what to do. The first thing I always say is, you're already doing everything that you need to do. You're just not capturing it. Mm-hmm. That's literally the only difference.
Totally.
Whatever you're doing already, you have to put your camera onto it. Mm-hmm. That's all you have to do.
People oftentimes, again, they'll say, I don't know what to say. And I'll ask them, I'll say, are you ever in front of a client? Like 9 times out of 10 when you're in front of a client, they ask a question, do you know what to say? And it's like, yes. Then okay, then you do know what to say. Whatever people are asking you right now and you're answering, that's perfect content. Because if one person has a question, lots of people have the question.
Your audience tells you what they want to know from you.
Like just creating even a habit of doing a weekly show where you get on and during the week you're collecting questions that people ask for you and you're answering those on air. My goodness, you will create an absolute following.
Whatever the question was that the person sitting across from you had, after they leave, answer that same question, just do it into this.
That's another great way to do it. Let's say you leave a listing appointment and someone had a question and you answered it, go out to your car, buy for $5 one of those little magnet things that sticks into your air vent.
Yeah.
And push record and say, I just had a really, just listed a new property and my client had this question and here's how I answered it. I thought it was really interesting, thought it might be helpful to other people. Have a great day. Like, just like what you said, like whoever's problem you just solved, then go speak that same thing to the camera.
Yep.
And
rinse and repeat almost.
Right. And so simply by doing that, you will stand out because while everyone else is thinking like, man, I don't like how I look. I don't like how I sound. Guess what? We all know how you look. We all know how you sound, and it works, right?
Yeah.
So stop overthinking it.
Yeah. If you look like one thing online and then you go and look like another thing in person, that's worse.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's worse. So from a practical perspective, you still see agents are connecting with their book of business.
Yep.
They're still making phone calls, they're writing notes, they're doing email marketing, they're, posting photos online of kind of their day-to-day, all the things that the tried and true, right? I say all the time that what we do for our clients is not rocket science.
Yeah.
We just do it. Like honestly, what you're paying for is consistency.
Totally.
And to not have to always think of the ideas on your own. You get some of your time back, you get consistency in the marketing for your business, but we're not doing some crazy thing.
Yeah, you're solving one of the biggest human weaknesses though, which is we're inconsistent, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Is that we do stuff when we feel like doing it and we don't when we don't feel like doing it. And there's a lot of times we don't feel like doing it, and so therefore it's inconsistent. And what Top Left Creative comes in and does is helps fill in those times where I don't feel like doing it, right? You help fill in some of those gaps, which is so powerful. One thing that I'm reminded of is just picking up the phone and calling. In this digital age, now when a stranger calls you, you don't like it. Feels like they're walking into your house, like breaking into your house at dinner, right? But if it's somebody who served you in the past and you're just reaching out to say, hey, I was just thinking about you, hope you're doing well. And then should real estate come up, if you have something intelligent to say, really it solves the big problem of retention, that instead of like have to rebuild your business every year, it starts to compound because those people know that number one, you're still doing the business.
Yep.
And number two, you still care about them.
Yep.
You can do it and you want to do it.
It wasn't just about their transaction or their who they know.
2-minute phone calls, you can save literally thousands of dollars in customer acquisition costs, because if a realtor who you used in the past, who you had a good experience with, called you even annually or maybe semi-annually or quarterly just to check in to hear how you're doing. Is there anything you guys need? Great, just thinking about you, hope you're doing well.
How are the kids?
Yeah.
Congrats on the new baby.
Right.
Because I've been following you on social media.
Yeah, I see.
And so I know what's going on in your life.
Totally.
So now I can, and I make the conversation about you, right? And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they care about me. Right?
They care about, like they knew something that was going on in my life. They were just nice enough to pay attention.
Again, it's not rocket science. It is surrounding yourself with a team of people that can help, right?
Yeah.
And not trying to be John Wayne and do it all yourself.
Well, Justin, thank you so much for doing this little video with us today. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure, man.
If there are people that maybe want to reach out to you, and get a handle on their marketing and kind of pick your brain, because you've got a lot up in there that I think you can share with people. I mean, how best should someone reach out to you?
Yeah, you can follow me on social media at Justin Stoddart. You can also look for the Think Bigger Mastermind, which is a private Facebook group that I have where I put a lot of mindset tips in there. On Instagram, again, at Justin Stoddart, at Think Bigger Mastermind.
I'll link down to all of that in the show notes, so it'll be easier for you guys to find all of that. And that's it. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Pleasure, man.
And hope everybody is having a wonderful day, and we will talk to you guys later.
See ya.
hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as I did. Justin, thank you again so much for doing it for us. And please leave a comment below. Tell us that you liked it. Subscribe to our YouTube page. We are doing these videos every single week, trying to bring you value as a loan officer and realtor. And we just really appreciate you watching. So have a fantastic day.